Kingdom Come: Deliverance is a new open-world action RPG by developer Warhorse Studios. It's set in 1403 Bohemia in the Czech Republic, and you play as Henry, the son of a blacksmith, whose village is destroyed by raiders and almost all of his family and friends are slaughtered.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
As you can see, the game is highly cinematic, with incredibly looking graphics and excellent voice acting.
You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue. A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
As you can see here, we have several dialogue options we can choose, and this will actually determine some of the starting stats we're going to start the game with.
I was with Bianca. We were, talking?
Talking, were
So,
you?
depending on your
That's what
choices
it's
here
for,
at the
is it?
beginning,
Stop
and
it,
these
Mum.
dialogue options will determine
Well,
which
I've
your
got a
beginning
feeling there's
stats
something you're
are,
not telling me.
but
And it's connected with that scratch.
as you play the game,
and that's
the stats improve dynamically. There isn't a traditional leveling system as such. What will happen is when you're going out horse riding, your horse riding stats will go up just for being on the horse more. As you fight more with swords, your swordplay skills will improve, your strength will improve. So
Matthias was teaching me archery.
all of your stats and skills level up dynamically based on how you play the game.
Get a bow anyway.
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
In this scene, I actually took some time to go exploring before I went to see my father, and he got annoyed at me because I'd made him wait. Because what will actually happen is, if you don't go to a quest in time, like the people the
I'm running out of
NPCs
charcoal.
actually like
Run to the
have
market and buy a
routines and
bag of
lives
charcoal
that they're
burning.
living.
I need
So
some
if you
money.
don't go to a quest when you said you're
Well,
going to
that's
be
the other
there,
thing.
they will get
Next,
annoyed,
they'll
and
owe someone for an
sometimes if you're
axe,
not
a
there in
hammer, and the
time,
nails
those
they
quests
sold
will
them a
become
month ago.
unavailable.
Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Goodness, that drunkard. That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arm.
Here we have a look at some melee combat, just hand to hand. So it's kind of similar to For Honor in that you can move the right stick and then press right trigger to strike in any direction. Right bumper does a jab when you're hand to hand combat, and sword play is a
I
stab,
feel quite hungry.
and the left trigger you use for your shield if you have one equipped. There's also dodging moves, and you can press the left bumper to block and with timing, and it creates like a kind of slow motion effect when you're fighting, as we should see just shortly in this review when we have a look at combat training.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
Yeah, so I could either pick the lock on the chest, or I could just beat him up and take his keys. So I decided just to beat him up. So that's the kind of decisions that you have available. He's quite a tough enemy as well. Another option I could have had is I could have went and got my 3 friends to help me, and they would have came and helped me beat him up. Or one of my friends is good at lock picking, so I could have got him to pick the lock for me. So there's lots of options to complete your objectives. There's also a morale system, because NPCs will react differently based on your actions. So if you go about thieving and doing bad things, basically, people will have a worse view of you. But if you go and do good deeds and you're very heroic, then you'll be looked up to by a lot of the people. So here, he's surrendering to us, so we've got a few options there as to what we want to do with him. As I just started this game at this point, I wasn't quite sure. This is popped up, so I wasn't quite sure what to do. So what I wanted to do was get his keys. But I've got him to leave any weapons he's got him on the ground and leave. So this is the messenger coming to tell us the village is about to be attacked.
In a hurry. What's happened?
So we'll stay quiet for a few moments and just let you watch some cinematics.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. Archer and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gates!
Martin! Oh no! Oh God!
Hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run!
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
You to danger. Without me and my men, here's no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Rattay. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now.
Sir Radzig Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
So this is the game's combat tutorial for swordplay. It's very extensive, and it's quite difficult to learn the combat in Kingdom Come Deliverance, but this tutorial was really great. They really did a great job of explaining everything and, you know, helping you get to grips with it. The combat is quite challenging, and you will meet foes that are far better equipped than you, and the best option is just to run away from them until, you know, you're better equipped and you can go back later on. Like this person here I'm fighting. As you can see, I'm getting the hang of the combat and I can take him out because I've got better armor than him, I've got a better sword than him, and I've obviously had a lot more experience at this point in the game. So you see, it is open world. It's a big massive world, gorgeous graphics. There's a lot to see and do. So this woman here I've just stumbled upon, and she actually gave me a few side quests.
I've got your coin for you. Though I have to say,
so I actually stumbled on her on the way to one of my main objectives. So that was one of the distractions in the game. Like, I didn't know she was there. It just an icon popped up, an exclamation mark on the map. So I went to her, and she was a quest giver. So there's lots of them dotted about for you to find dynamically as you explore.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
There's also some buried treasure maps that you can go and try and find, and it just shows you. You've got to work out on the world map where it is. You've got to kind of study the treasure map and follow the clues to get to the treasure. Really enjoyed them. They were excellent. This here is a kind of random event that happened, just to show you an example of that. So these two are running. He's running after him, and then he's saying, "Stop, thief!" So I decided to go and help him. I didn't have to. This wasn't a quest or anything. This is just a random occurrence. So there they're stopped and they're fighting, and poor lad's getting beat up. So I'm gonna help him. There we go, he's going to go and loot him to get his coin back.
You showed him.
And it even has a cinematic, and that's for a random event that's not even a quest. So they've made cinematics just for random little events like that. That's the level of detail and immersion they've put into this game.
You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen.
So this here I was very impressed by. This is how you learn to read in the game.
I don't want to waste time.
As I was saying earlier in the review, all of your skills are kind of dynamic, and you have to go, like sword fighting, you have to go and learn how to sword fight.
Put you through your paces. If indeed time is
And as you're performing those skills, your stats will improve. So here in reading, I had to go and see the scribe to teach me how to read, which actually I had to read a book, and then he asked me about the book, and it kind of threw me. So to be honest, I hadn't paid much attention to reading the book. I thought I would just press a button and that was it. Okay, you can read now, Henry. But no, he asked me a question and I had to answer it correctly to make sure that I had read the book.
So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to.
So this, I had to read
Come back once you've worked
all
your
of
way
this and then go and talk to him again, and he asked me a question and I had to give him the right answer in order to learn how to read.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
As you see, I wasn't sure what the answer was because I wasn't fully paying attention, so I had to read it again, and then I got the right answer. And of course, it was about the goose that lays the golden eggs, and it was that greed doesn't pay was the answer, because you know the farmer that had the golden goose kept laying, you know, was getting it to lay more and more golden eggs and selling them until eventually the goose stopped laying them. And that was the moral of the story we had to give him. So this year I'm going to read a book, and this will improve my stats. So this is just a primer for improving my reading skills, because books have different levels of reading. So you can read these, you can read books on lock picking, you can read books on swordplay, and it'll improve those stats as well. But to do that, we actually have to pass time in the game world. What usually happens in an RPG when you do this, you're doing any kind of waiting or like this, learning books, is nothing will happen. That's not the case in Kingdom Come Deliverance. The world keeps going without you. So if you've had quests that you've got to go to and you've decided to stop and read books, you know, it might become unavailable because you've not got there in time. Or while I'm sat here reading a book, someone might come along and attack me. So this scene here, we're taking out the lovely Teresa.
Yes, definitely.
So there's romancing in the game.
Service?
Oh, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
So yeah, we're taking out on a date, and we got a nice cinematic. We're going to the pub and having something to eat, something to drink.
Excellent.
This ale is no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing?
Oh, no.
Oh.
But really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right. Oh, it's...
All right.
It's fine. All right. Oh, very nice. Not so bad.
You've worn me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a dance with a real man?
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow and calf. That's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her. You'll pay for that, boy.
So, while we're out on our date with Teresa, this lout decides to try and put her hands on her. So it kind of dynamically changes into a side quest that, you know, you might not find if you didn't follow the romancing Teresa quest line.
It'll be all over if you I'm over here. Dopredella.
Here, just as you ordered. Here, just as you ordered.
Well landed.
So, just to close off the review with another cinematic where we're investigating the murder of Lumpy Lubosh, one of the main quests. So,
There's nothing to see here.
I've thoroughly enjoyed Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think it's a fantastic action RPG. It's deeply immersive. The graphics are amazing. The voice acting is top notch. There's so much to see and do. The world is a joy to explore. I really love all the real history and events that happened at the time.
I think this could be related.
Henry is a thoroughly enjoyable and likeable character,
And I say we don't want any of that
as are
around here.
all of the characters in the game world, whether they be main NPCs, protagonists, antagonists, or even common village folk. They all have their own personalities, and it all feels very realistic and puts me in the game world and immerses me right in it. So with all that being said, and also all the deep dynamic stat building, all of the combat mechanics and everything, I haven't even talked about how the armour, like it depends what armour you've got on. Like if you've got a helmet on with a grill on it, you'll only see the grill. So taking all that into consideration, I'm going to award Kingdom Come Deliverance a 9 out of 10. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the review.
As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.